Today, essential San Diego County workers staged a vehicle caravan in Kearny Mesa calling for resources to stay safe during the pandemic. County officials say they are doing their best, but Union SEIU Local 221 says there's a lack of protective equipment for healthcare workers, and they're demanding hazard pay.
And so these workers are out on the front lines every day, and it seems appropriate. I was a Marine, and when we went into harm's way, we received combat pay. It was a recognition of the increased danger that we were going into and what we were facing.
County Supervisor Nathan Fletcher supports hazard pay for county workers. He's asking the Board of Supervisors to look into bumping their salaries using federal CARES Act dollars. He also wants to create a fund to offset the cost of childcare for essential workers.
The reality is the need is much greater than what is presently available, and this $5 million contribution will help.
If the guidelines are met and modifications are made, then people can start reopening.
In Sacramento, California Governor Gavin Newsom today saying some retail businesses will be allowed to reopen by the end of the week. That doesn't include shopping malls or dining in at restaurants, but
clothing, bookstores, music, toys, sporting goods stores, florists with Mother's Day coming up.
The state will release reopening guidelines later this week, but local communities do not have to begin easing restrictions.
If they choose not to come into compliance with the state guidelines, they have that right.
Counties can also make plans to further relax restrictions, but that will require state approval.
The possibility of counties being able to make a decision to move a little further than that based on preparing a readiness plan. We expect to get the guidance on what goes into that, the parameters around what they would like to see.
County Supervisors Nathan Fletcher and Greg Cox are presenting a framework for businesses to reopen at tomorrow's Board of Supervisor meeting.
Well, we expect, based on where we are now, in terms of our overall progress in tackling coronavirus, that we would be able to move consistent with the state on Friday.
That means some retail businesses could start to reopen this week in San Diego. The governor says indicators like hospitalizations and testing capacity are driving decisions, but it can be all taken away if numbers start trending up. He says as we move to reopen, we'll need to be able to quickly track, trace, and isolate the virus. Matt Hoffman, KPBS News.